Alan Friesen here, Certified Employee Benefits Specialist with Silverberg Group. This video is about basically trends. So it's not really all related to employee benefits, but I just want to kind of give you an update on some trends I'm seeing that I'll share with you just to give you a heads up on them. One is that with the employment insurance sick leave benefit, now it's going to start after 1 week instead of after 2 weeks. So, and then it's still going to pay a 15-week benefit period. So most of you who have long-term disability only without short-term disability, your long-term disability starts after 17 weeks. So then what will happen then is that now it'll only go 16 weeks. Start after a week, go 16 weeks. The EI sick leave benefit, I should clarify, will start after 1 week, go 15 weeks, end at 16 weeks. So then from there to when your long-term disability starts, there could be a 1 week gap in coverage, right? So different insurers are looking at this differently. Great-West Life, as an example, have said, well, we're going to amend the long-term disability contracts and we're going to charge you some premium to do so. Other insurers are still on the fence in terms of how they're going to do this. Some are just going to do it and with no immediate rate change, they're just going to build that in over time. So that's one change that you should be aware of. The other couple things that aren't the one thing which is just good news, this is February 2nd, we're recording this, the possible federal taxation of the health and dental benefits, the group benefit programs, Justin Trudeau has said that's not going to happen. So that's great news because that would be very detrimental to your investment in your employees' health and your investment in those programs. So that's good news that that's not going to happen, although that may not go away in the future. So if you have an opportunity to talk to your MP, that's something you should certainly mention about that. The other thing is there's a movement for these flexible work arrangements. And the flexible work arrangements are basically, there's a paper out now on the federal government side of things, so the federally regulated industries. And with them, really they're looking to put these flexible work arrangements in place, which then the employer has to really provide these flexible work arrangements to meet the employee's needs, so long as it's not an undue hardship on their business. So it's the duty falls on the employer. So, and then part of the paper that I've seen, which I'll share with you if you want to get it from me, says as well that they want the provinces to adopt the same flexible work arrangement structure. And if you're a company that has lots of capacity that you can handle that's one thing. But if you're like most small businesses, you do not have the extra ability to just say, oh, okay, well, gee, you're supposed to be here at 8, but now you're going to start coming in at 3. Well, okay, let's see how that works, right? So anyways, flexible work arrangements. The other thing that's of note is that workers' comp has really changed in terms of how they're paying claims now. In the past, it would only be that workers' comp would pay for work-related accidents only. The only type of sickness claims that would come into play would be if it was the person ingested a chemical or ingested the fumes off of a chemical, that kind of a thing, and then that caused their sickness. Then that would be a workers' comp claims. But as of late, they're paying a lot more like heart attacks that happen at work, but not necessarily work-related, and especially things like PSTD, post-traumatic stress disorder, where it's in situations where you wouldn't think would apply. I mean, obviously that's a case for emergency type people, police and ambulance operators and firefighters, but this is all, extending out quite far. So there's a concern that you're going to see a lot more claims that workers' comp is paying. And then, of course, those extra claims are going to fall into the rates that you pay workers' comp. So I've had 2 clients express to me recently. One had a $50,000 surcharge on their workers' comp bill. Another had a $75,000 surcharge on their workers' comp bill. And I'm surmising that it's because now workers' comp is they're going to basically pay more claims than they've ever paid in the past. So it's a trend. You should be aware of it. If you think workers' comp is very efficient at what they do, I guess you shouldn't be concerned about it. But if you think otherwise, then maybe you should be. Hope these are of value. If I can help you with any further information or you want to discuss these, please do give me a call. Thanks much. Keep well.